name is Ivan McCormick, and I was born January 5th, 2008. While researching something that happened on the day that I was born, I stumbled upon the death of Clinton Grabass. As I dug deeper, I learned he was deeply passionate about sports, and this is what drew me to his story. Not only did this draw me to him, but his cause of death hit home for me as well. He passed away due to something he had eaten. He had an allergic reaction within his home, and this ended up taking his life. His death had a huge impact on the sports industry. The void that was left was in fact so deep that the sports community gives out an annual award in his honor to recognize the hard work and dedication of the most valuable player. These are two things that have drawn my attention to Clinton Grabass. People have different opinions on Grabass and his official cause of death. It was rumored that Grabass had eaten or drank something at a party that he attended that night that sent him into shock. This caused him to fall over in his apartment, hitting his head on the floor and definitely causing his death. Even though Grabass had a lot of speculation surrounding his cause of death, the coroner recorded his death as unascertained. This caused his mother, Sandra Grabass, to speak out, saying that the coroner never mentioned an allergic reaction to be the cause of death, but it was a possible scenario. When I was younger, my grandmother and I would sit on the couch and share peanut candy. For a long time, I never had a reaction to the candy, until one day that all changed. I began to feel extremely nauseous. We did not relate the reason why I felt so sick was from what I had been eating. As my symptoms worsened, I was rushed to the hospital to get some tests ran and blood work done. The lab showed that I was severely allergic to peanuts, which made total sense because this is exactly what I was eating at the time. I was eventually dismissed from the hospital with an EpiPen and a new meal plan. Once my mom and I made it home, we immediately started clearing out the kitchen of anything that contained nuts. This was a life-changing experience, and that could have cost me my life if I wasn't more careful next time. This story was the first reason I feel as if I can relate to Grabass. The second reason I feel like I can relate to Grabass is the fact that we both share a deep passion for sports. He was very highly respected in the Australian sports community. He was remembered by the high energy he brought into every game that he commentated. People describe Grabass as humble and well-connected to the audience. Grabass brought a fire to the game that no one could really explain, but everyone loved. For example, Grabass worked a lot of Australian football games, or otherwise known as American soccer games. One goal, he would rise from his chair, cheering the athletes on. He loved the game. He was not just there because it was his job, but he was there because of his love. I do all I can to bring that same high energy that he has into every game that I play. I want to try to bring that same energy into every game that I play. I step on the field because I love it. Energy in the games are very important because it can make a difference in the result of the game. And this is why I think me and Grabass relate. Overall, Grabass and I have a few things in common that play huge parts in our lives. Allergies that we have to think about every time that we eat, and if we don't consider that, can cost us both of our lives. And it ended up costing Grabass his life. To the thing that we find most fulfilling, which is our passion for sports. We both find that sports are well wrapped around our lives, and sports have made me the person I am and transformed Grabass into the person he was. My name is Ivan McCormick.